Yeah, them for know see a real verb, you know, action over word. Them for know how we not play. Why we so hot? Hot. Every time when we step in on the street, 100 degrees. Fire. Me and the man where every girl higher. Billboard burning up like fire.
So the man say him want every girl want hire him. Hear me now?
Click up. If a boy try
people the way the tune bad, I really need to play one more time from top.
DJ Menze,
chat this. Get used to this.
Action over where? Them for know how we not play. Why we so hot? Every time when we step in on the street, 100 degrees. Fire. Me and the man where every girl higher. Billboard burning up like fire. On your dates, me kick you in a fire.
Alright, same set him a the man where every girl want hire. That is the man called Real Verb. So what go on my peeps, welcome to the Comic with Chat show. If that never hot, I don't know what was. Commendation to the artist once more who gave us the introduction song for the week. Real Verb, the man who said action over word. Look out for him. And up and coming reggae dancehall artist, the you bad. Fire the tune name. Right now, me a burn up. You want to see me a sweat in a studio. Look out for the full tune in our links below. Right at the end of the show, how we do it always. And this week with none other than your host with the most thought-provoking topics, Lamoy McLean. Today on Comic with Chat, we talk money matters. So stay tuned, go and familiarize yourself with some more Real Verb tune. I know you guys are excited to chat. So here what? Must soon come chat, alright? Just listen to that one, yeah. Soon come.
Real Verb, One Nation Music. Yeah, you always been there for me. Not even for a second, make me lonely. Yeah, you always been there. I want my back against the wall. You make my problems look small. Me have to give thanks, you know. Me say first and foremost feel life, you know. Thank you, Jah. And everything you done, you know. Enough things me face in life, me wonder how me not dead, you know. Your blessing keep me safe, you know. For me negative, I want some me tripping at them trap. But when them a plan to a wipe, so even stay wider. You always been there for me. Not even for a second, me you always been there. I want my back against the wall. You make my problems look small. Yeah.
Big up the artist. Big up the artist. Man, I tell no lie, man. So let's jump right in. We want to talk about money matters this week. So I want to just ask you to start by listing a group of people you may know. Then arrange them accordingly. Choose who are responsible for what and who is willing to pay for what items. Try finding out whether they will be comfortable when procuring these items so you can ensure they have fun while shopping. This way, they don't look at this as work to be done, but more as something fun to do. If they choose not to go for themselves and purchase these items, they can either transfer the fund to a bridal registry or to a bridal starters account, still making the contribution to the event even if they were not able to do the shopping. With weddings, some family will pay for the event depending on the race, country, and the ethnicity of the person. Some other expenses are shared, amongst bride, groom, friend of bride and groom, and the family of the bride and groom. Splitting the difference will make the event budget a bit more manageable, so you can save and spend less money. Remember that you're starting a family, so I guarantee one needs all the money they can acquire during coordinating their wedding. Am I right? With special events, you can get a sponsor, but the trick is to get someone whose company goals align and relates with your project interests. For example, you'll be doing a raffle for your event and the price you have chosen to give away is a fan. The best place to target for sponsorship would be at a furniture store or an appliance store such as Singer or Quartz. Making any sense? The great Napoleon Hill said you should not ask a fisherman to buy gold because he has no ideas about types of stones, qualities, prices. Stones are precious. So this means what he's saying is that you need to ask the right people the right questions. Be smart about managing the breakdown of your finances. There's always a method to my madness. And I laugh when I say this because it's true. By utilizing these same principles that I have given today, you can use this, and it has been proven that it is a relevant way to gain sponsorship, the sponsorship that is required to help eliminate and lessen expenses. Comparing industry prices when you are preparing your budget. Do not just work off hearsay or an idea of price. Set aside an estimate in mind before reaching out to vendors, and remember that before contacting them, you should have all information prepared and on hand before you call them. Remember that. So you can just get straight to the point and be sure about everything down to the T, because if you have to amend any additional information that was not given initially before the initial cost was given to you, I can assure you this will incur an additional cost, and that money could have been invested elsewhere. Social events. Social events, it's kind of the parties, the anniversaries, the weddings. These are social events that you can actually have some form of recreational purposes. These events require a breakdown of different elements. Starting with a budget estimate and knowing who will pay for what. This will actually save time when allocating other resources. You know, this will save money, right? This is a great major way of saving money because you don't want to be walking up and down. It depends on your means of transportation, how you get around. If you have to take the taxi, if you have to buy gas to put in your car, you still have to find ways on how to allocate these services. So I recommend that get to find out who is doing what, where you're spending your money. One difference in planning a wedding and a corporate event is that most time corporate events are fixed while wedding varies depending on the style, type, service, the services required, and so on. I have some key pointers today that I want you to really pay some interest to, because these are the things that will allow you to save money. These are the things that is essential to your money management. These are the things that is required for you to be able to have a balance with your money. Money is important. I mean, who doesn't want to know how to balance their funds, right? And if I had someone who could tell me how to do some of these things, that I would say that I'm privileged, right? So this is the reason why I'm passing on this information to you guys. So there are some key pointers that I would love for you to look into. Keep a close eye on the bottom line to avoid scope creep. I know you guys would ask what is scope creep, because if into the world of project management, then you wouldn't understand this terminology. So it's scope creep, which is something that you initially did not plan for in the first part of the project when you were implementing. So anything else that comes up that is not a part of the planning process, it's basically called scope creep. Keep your guest list as small as possible. The smaller the guest list, the better for you. Consider having a daytime event instead of nighttime. We all know that during the days, people drink less. So this is another way to save. Coordinate your wedding color with the season, a matching season. This way you can have the advantage to at least get a decorated venue. Because owners normally decorate their venues for special occasions, no? They might have had their decorator set up and ring in the season already. So I don't see why you could not incorporate on that and save that decoration budget. See if it matches your team, and instead of hiring someone, just use them. Inquire about additional charges, which include gratuities and other services. These hidden costs can incur additional costs. So again, I beg you guys, ask questions. Pay for items using your credit cards so you can actually get the benefits of the mileage and the travel and the air flights and so forth. Please pay back the people them credit card statement. Pay on a credit card statement on time. Pay back these bills on time. If you have it, I implore you to go ahead and just pay them on time. Alright, guys? It's important. If you do pay them on time, you will not be charged any additional charge on your bank statement, on your next month bank statement. So bear in mind, just clear that all up. There is something else that I want you to bear in mind. I know that sometimes you guys have one account that you have money in, but it would be good to have a separate account for the wedding or for an event, rather than to have one account where you're actually taking this money from. Because if you have more than one account, then this can actually help you to see where your expenses are going. It helps you to track your expenses and withdrawals, so you can actually the money can work differently between your regular day-to-day running or earnings. For sponsorship, I implore as well that you guys ensure that the company's vision is the same as the event that you're keeping goals. Do not be afraid to speak with your vendors. Don't be afraid of them. They're not afraid of you. They're not afraid to take your money. So tell them what you want. Figure it out from before and tell them what you want. Alright? So tell them the budget you're working with and be specific about what you want. I have another song for you guys. I know you're excited to stay with me, but it's time for me to wrap up and leave. Thank you so much for staying with me for another episode. I want to just thank my supporters from all over the world. Thank you guys so much for joining us today, and for the newcomers as well. We appreciate your time, ears, and hope that you tune in next week on the Comic with Chat show. You know to find us www.spreaker.com, and on Facebook IWEWEDS, and on Instagram at iWEDS. And I really want to play another tune for Real Verb for you. Excuse my apologies. So here we go, bouncing out. Alright, people.
One Nation Music.
See ya next time on the Comic with Chat show. It was a good one, right?
The man them now find a queen for cuddle. Yeah. Hey, walk on. Everybody just free up, free up, free up. Dancing time now. Free up, free up, free up. Someone wine now. Free up, free up, free up. Free up yourself now. Free up, free up, free up. Well, alright then. Free up yourself, you love the vibe, just get out the country.
control. And a time for you turn up and pose. Everybody go on the